Morning students, today we will discuss the new lesson of civics, that is directive principles of state policy. Key concept which we will discuss today is welfare state features, directive principles of state policy, principles promoting economic equality, general principles, Gandhian principles, difference between directive principles and fundamental rights. Let's understand through this story. Ram and Rahim, two friends who were coming from Chennai, got down at New Delhi railway station. While they were crossing the road to hire a taxi, Ram was hit by a cycle rickshaw. He was immediately admitted in a government hospital for treatment, where Dr. Kavita handled his case. Worried, Rahim phoned Ram's father. After about an hour, Dr. Kavita told Rahim that there was nothing to worry as Ram had no serious injury. By then, Ram's father also reached and Ram was discharged. Rahim noticed that the doctor did not charge anything for her medical advice and charged normally for the medicines. He asked Ram's father how it was possible. The father, who is a teacher, told that in a country like India, which is a welfare state, all this is the responsibility of the government. Now Rahim was confronted by a basic question: what does a welfare state mean? You may also have come across this term while going through newspapers or magazines or watching a discussion on televisions. You might have noted that whenever India is described as a welfare state, there is a reference to directive principles of state policy. Why? Like Rahim, you may have a number of questions. In this lesson, analyze and understand all the important facts of India being a welfare state. After completing this lesson, you will be able to explain the meaning of a welfare state and understand how India is a welfare state. What is a welfare state? The basic questions that is a welfare state that bothered Rahim needs to be answered. As we have seen, India is described a welfare state. There are a number of other nations in the world which are also described as a welfare states. What is the meaning of the term welfare state? It is a concept of the government in which the state plays a key role in the protection and promotion of economic and social well-being of its citizens. A welfare state is based on the principles of equality of opportunity and equitable distribution of wealth. It also focuses on the government responsibility for those who are unable to avail themselves of the minimum provisions of a good life. When India attained independence, it had innumerable problems and challenges. The social and economic inequality was all pervasive. Pervasive means that is present in all parts of society. Economically, India's situation was miserable. Socially, also India was having a number of problems. There were social inequalities and all the vulnerable sections of society such as women, Dalit, children were deprived of basic means of living. The constitution makers were very much aware of the problem. That's why they decided that India would be a welfare state. As you must have seen, India is described as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic in the preamble of Indian Constitution. Accordingly, the Constitution has extensive provision to ensure social and economic welfare of the people of India. In this regard, two specific provisions have been made. One is the form of fundamental rights and the other as a directive principle of state policy. Fundamental rights embodied in the Part 3 of the Indian Constitution act as a guarantee that all Indian citizens can and will enjoy civil liberties and basic rights. These civil liberties take precedence over any other law of land. They are individuals' rights commonly included in the constitution of liberal democracies. Some of these important rights are equality before the law, freedom of speech and expressions, freedom of association and peaceful assembly, freedom of religion and the right of the constitutional remedies for the protection of civil rights. But this was not enough. Indian citizens also needed opportunity for economic and social development. That is why Part 4 on Directive Principles of State Policy was included in the Indian Constitution. You could give the answer of the following questions. What do you mean by the term welfare state? Why did constitution maker decide that India would be a welfare state? Name at least two sections of Indian society that were adversely affected by prevailing social inequalities. Directive principles of state policy. As we have seen in the lesson on fundamental rights and fundamental duties, the fundamental rights provided in the Indian Constitution are primarily political rights. The constitution makers were well aware that even if all the fundamental rights are truly enforced, the goal of the Indian democracy would not be realized unless the people of India could avail of social and economic rights. However, they were also alive to the limitations of the abilities of Indian state, which attained independence after centuries of foreign rule and was at a low level of social economic development. In that situation, if the economic and social rights had been included in this list of fundamental rights, the Indian state would have failed to enforce these rights because of its own limitations. But at the same time, these rights needed to be given special importance. This was done by including a separate chapter as Part 4 known as the Directive Principle of State Policy in the Constitution. Features of Directive Principles. The Directive Principles of State Policy are guidelines to the central and state government of India. It is the duty of the central and the state government to apply these principles in making law to establish a just society in the country. The principles have been inspired by the directive principles stated in the Constitution of Ireland and also by the principles of Gandhian philosophy. The main aim of this principle is to create social and economic conditions under which all the citizens can lead a good life. In other words, it is to establish social and economic democracy in the country. Types of directive principles. If you go through the directive principles stated in the Constitution, you will find that they are of the different types. Some are concerned with socio-economic development, some are related to Gandhian thought, and some are foreign policy. The Constitution does not classify them under different heads, but for our better understanding, we may classify them under the following specific categories. Principles relating to economic justice, Gandhian principles, principles relating to administration and international peace. Next one, principle relating to economic justice. These are certain principles that are very important for realizing the goals of social and economic democracy in India. Many people in India have been suffering from social and economic inequality since ages. The following principles in particular are aimed at ensuring economic and social equality. The state should ensure for its people adequate means of livelihood. The state should ensure fair distribution of material resources of the country for the common good. The state should distribute the wealth in such a way that the wealth is not concentrated in a few hands. There should be equal pay for equal work for both men and women. The state is directed to take steps to impart compulsory and free education to the children up to the age of 14 years. Childhood and youth should be protected against exploitation. Men, women and children should not be forced by economic necessity to enter jobs and vocations not suited to their age or strength. One, principles related to Gandhian thought. Gandhian thinking promotes a non-violent social order. Swaraj means self-rule. Sarvodaya means welfare for all. Swalambam means self-reliance are the basic principles of Gandhian thought. We are all well aware that Mahatma Gandhi was in the forefront of freedom movement. His philosophy and actions guided not only our freedom movement but also the framing of the Indian Constitution. The following directive principles in particular reflect Gandhian thought. The state shall promote the educational and economic interest of the weaker section of the society, and in particular the interest of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The state shall take steps to organize the village panchayat. The panchayat should be given such power and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as unit of self-government. The state shall make efforts to prevent the consumption of alcoholic drink and other harmful drugs. State shall try to promote cottage industry in rural areas. The state shall take steps to improve the quality of livestock and ban the slaughter of cow and calves. The constitution makers included some principles which provide guidelines to our foreign policy. These are: the state shall provide international peace and security. The state shall endeavor to maintain just and honorable relations with other nations. The state shall foster respect for international laws and treaty obligations. Directive principles of state policy and fundamental rights. As you have learned, the directive principle aim at establishing a welfare state. The aim of fundamental rights is also the same, but there are some basic differences between the two. First, directive principles are not justiciable. No constitutional provisions or law binds the government to implement these. Fundamental rights are justiciable and enforceable. Fundamental rights cannot be denied to any citizen. These are protected by the Supreme Court and High Courts. Second, these principles are not instructions or directions for the state to frame policies to implement them. Such policies should be a step towards realizing the goals of a welfare state. Fundamental rights have been ensured by the Constitution, and the state is bound to protect the rights of all its citizens. Even in respect of the placement of the Constitution, the directive principles come after the fundamental rights. It means that importance of fundamental rights is more than that of directive principles. All the exercise given to the topics.